Hey, it's Michelle here from Moo365. I'm at home today in isolation after having traveled internationally to Jamaica on a vacation. You can probably tell by my tan. I'm home for 14 days, so I'm trying to do all my workouts at home. I know I've sent many of you the app already, but I wanted to give the option of having a real-time sort of live workout that I'll post online. You can kind of do it with me. We're going to start with a general sort of warm up and then some activations for certain muscle groups. Then we're going to go into your workout, which is going to be 2 EMOMs every minute on the minute. We'll repeat a certain number of reps of certain exercises for 8 rounds each. Whole thing, start to finish, 20 minutes maybe. Okay, we're going to start with a general dynamic range of motion warm up. So from a standing position, we'll just start our hamstring sweep. You can see I don't have a ton of space right now. I'm literally in my front room, living room. I'm just going to go back and forth. Same thing going back. Heel down, toe up. I want you to get a good stretch in the hamstring. Get a quad stretch coming forward. Grab your foot, knees together. Feel a good stretch in the quad. Hip flexor. And turn around, bringing it back. Seated glute stretch. Doesn't take a lot of space, even in a hallway, whatever. Make it work. Lateral lunges, going both directions. Seat your weight back into your heel. One leg bends, one leg straightens. Bring the legs a little bit closer together. Sit down into your squat. Think about sitting in between your knees, over top of your knees, in between your knees. And take a lunge forward. Rotate over the forward leg. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Meet in the middle. Stay tall. Don't really even need to move with this one. A couple reps on each side more. Coming in a world's greatest. Big stride forward, hands to the middle. Straighten that back leg and rotate in towards your forward leg. I'm going to stay in this spot, just switch legs. I did an online yoga class this morning. This feels pretty easy for me compared to normally. I'm going to do one more on each side. Then I'm going to come into a seated position, seated 90-90, for those that know what that is. 90-degree bend in your knees, at your hips, sitting up nice and tall. You can use your hands as a second spine if you need to. Move this front leg first, open it up, keep that one down as long as you can, and pivot. So here's me using my hands to try to keep up nice and tall. If you let go of the ground, you can't sink. You have to still keep that tall, erect spine. Back and forth, 2 more times. Okay, I'm gonna lie on my back. Supine floor slide, elbows down to the ground, low back flat to the ground. Slide your arms along your ground, keeping your low back flat. Exhale up, inhale down. We're only here for the shoulder mobility, tits your core, but mostly shoulders. You're gonna try to keep those arms flattened to the ground the whole time. If you can't, it's the first indication that there might be some shoulder range of motion issues. Last one. Dead bug it up. Heads off the ground, harder. Head down, easier. Knees over top of hips. We're going to hold here for 30 seconds. About 5 more seconds. Time. If you have a mat, feel free to grab it. I'm going to come into a side plank position. Bottom knee down, top leg straight and off the ground. We'll hold here for 20 seconds. If you need a bit of a regression, bring that bottom leg down. If you need a bit of a progression, you can straighten both legs. But do remember, this is just core prep. You don't need to elevate that top leg. This is prep. Chill out. It's 25 seconds. We're going to hold for another 5 if we can. It's time. Flip to the other side. Same thing. Other way. 3, 2, 1, up. Going to try to keep as much distance between your hip and that ground as possible. And then nothing sagging. Lift. Push your lats away from the ground. Just checking the time. Hold for another 5 if you got it. Time. Drop your hips. Open the knees up as wide as you can, or at least as wide as your mat if you're on them. I'm going to go into a bit of a rock back. My insoles of my feet are down to the ground, insides of my feet. Sit your hips back, exhale, come forward to plank. Well, modified plank. Exhale. Two more. Last one. Okay, we're going to come down to a low plank position. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Step the feet back. No sagging through your low back. Sagging would be here. Up. We're going to hold 30 seconds. Ten seconds to go. Push the ground away with your forearms. Time. Grab water if you need it. Grab your mat if you haven't pulled it out now. You might want it. So as I said, we're going into an EMOM workout. The first EMOM is going to be composed of 3 different exercises, all involving just your body, no weights for today. We'll go at 10 reverse lunges, alternating just in place. And then we'll go into 10 high plank to low plank transitions. You'll hear me talk through those cues as we go through it. And then we'll end that with 10, what I call a bear squat, sort of a planking version. So grab a stopwatch or your Apple Watch, something that you can sort of keep track of your time if you're not going to be listening to me. If you're listening to me, I'll keep track of time. I'll do that for you. So Matt's just going to be beside me. The intention is to get all of the reps completed of all 3 of those exercises Within about 30 or 40 seconds, we'll rest the remainder of that minute. And at the top of the next minute, we go again. Keep flowing through that, 8 rounds. Okay, so I'm gonna step back here so you can see me. Setting my watch. Okay, our first 8 minutes is gonna start now in 3, 2, 1, go. So we're going into 10 total reverse alternating lunges. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down to the ground. 8 plank up downs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your bear squat. Sit your hips back, launch back to plank. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now we rest. That took about 40 seconds. If you didn't get done in time, drop 2 reps on the lunges and only do 8 in total. We go again in 5, round 2, and go. 1, 2, last one. Plank up downs for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 5, 8. Rest. Hair's going up. Remember, the intention is for you to have rest. If you're not getting it, I need you to reduce your reps. Promise me. Don't be that person. Round 3. Go. 10. 1. Halfway. 8. 1, 2. You'll feel this in your quads, surprisingly, a lot. 3 done. 5 to go. Hot already. 3, 2, 1. Halfway. Earbuds keep falling out. Okay, that took with it. 40 seconds. Halfway? Can't remember. Yeah, halfway. 3, 2, 1. 8, 8, 7, 6, I think that's 5 done. 3 to go. I don't know. It's so much easier to just lift heavy. Get up. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 8. Oh, my quads. 6 are done. 2 to go. Ah. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. 1, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm getting slower. Only have 18 seconds to rest. Get up. Go. Last one. Oh, it's 11. What the hell was I thinking? My mind drifted. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, rest. That was 8 rounds, right? Yeah. My watch is about to turn to 8 minutes, so we're done. We're gonna take like 2 minutes of rest or so. Let your heart rate come right back down to normal, and we'll do our second EMOM. Well, second and final. I'm gonna hit pause.